Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Rick Noda. I'm here in beautiful Encinitas, California. I am the founder of T3 Body, where we tighten, tactical, and transition. And today, they let me host T3 Talks. Now, I am enthusiastic. I am scared that I'm leaving to Alaska, you guys. Now, why did I say scared? All right, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what type of human you are. If you're not a little bit scared of going to somewhere where I have never rode my bike up 3,200 feet of climbing, where there's a potential for a grizzly bear to come out and go, roar, give me your back, then I don't care who you are, you guys. But one thing that I'm not is that I'm not prepared, all right, because I have already gone ahead and literally thought that if I was climbing up this mountain, it could snow, hail, a bear could come at me, I can get a flat tire, I brought enough food for at least 2 days. You see what I'm saying? I'm very proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance, because when I'm out in Alaska, even though I don't necessarily know the area, I've got to be able to hold myself accountable to make sure that the people behind me are safe. So as a coach and as someone that is going out there to really just have fun, I also got to take on that responsibility of making sure that the best rides are what? The rides that you come home and talk about afterwards, all right? Nothing better than that. Now, there's a funny, a little bit of clip here that Esteban will put up here for me with George Carlin when he talks about your stuff being stuff and S-H-I-T, shit.
Or wherever they give you to sleep, usually right near the bed there's a dresser, and there's never any room on the dresser for your stuff. Someone else's shit is on the dresser. Have you noticed that their stuff is shit and your shit is stuff? Get that off of there. Now, sometimes you go on vacation, you gotta bring some of your stuff with you. You can't bring all your stuff. Just the stuff you really like. The stuff that fits you well that month.
Now, when I gather my stuff, all right, and I'm about to travel to Alaska, I'm going to take some of my stuff and make it smaller so I can take that stuff with me. So when he puts that out there, he's much funnier than me about that. But you guys know that part of my everyday carry and part of the things about taking with me is about always being prepared. So what am I going to take to Alaska? I have to go through customs or TSA, so I can't take some of my typical stuff that I used to like to do. You know, and basically I'm talking my flashlights, I'm talking some of my utility tools, I'm talking, some of the stuff that, keeps me very calm and happy. Amitabha, not all states are medicinal approved, all right? But, so I have to be able to travel a lot lighter. So that's what I love about what I got this year, which was my Leatherman P3 2, you guys. Again, very nice. I've used it. Esteban and everybody here has seen it. I've used it multiple times. It's got that utility tool. It's got that knife. Maureen and Janice have surprised me with a sled dog trip for me and my wife. Guess if that sled dog breaks down, guess what? I can use that. If a bear comes at me, you guys, which is kind of nice, this has a little bit of a knife right here, which is kind of cool. I can use that. Again, it's just something that I'm taking with me because I am going to Alaska. The other thing that's kind of nice is, you guys, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm kind of pretty. So I like to carry with me everywhere I go. I carry a clip. And on this Deuce Gear clip, I have, if you could see, some gloves, all right? I also carry a CPR breather, all right, because I'm not putting my lips on you guys. You guys are dying if I have to do that, all right? Just being funny. And then I carry my keys and my headphones for my car. This clips on with me right to the side here of everywhere I go. Now, I'm going to have Esteban do a close-up here of my hands. All right? You guys, I'm a nurse, okay? I'm a nurse. But being a nurse doesn't mean, all right, it's acceptable to have dirty, nasty hands, all right? So if I come up to you and I'm going to put an IV in your arm and my hands look like I just got off a gun range, if my hands just look like I literally dragged my knuckles on a hike in Alaska, guess what? you're not gonna be, even though I got a glove barrier on my hands, you're gonna be, where has Huckleberry Finn been for the last few times, okay? So my hygiene and my hand protection is very important. So that's why I carry those gloves with me. Those are going to go with me to Alaska because that's part of my everyday carry that I pretty much carry around everywhere I go, besides my sunglasses and everything else. Now, what am I going to do while I'm in Alaska? Well, a big part of being a cycling coach, and when I go to these camps, is to take you to areas that you have never been before, or go to an area where you've been and maybe set more of a SMART goal, a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic target using speed or time. The other thing that I like about these camps is that it shows my athletes how we transition our training that we do every day, how we're using our yoga, we're using our functional movements, we're using TRX, and we're using these other modalities to complement what we're doing. Now, those who are cyclists, those who are triathletes, those who are bowlers, those who are knife throwers, we have a tendency to just keep doing the things that we like, and we don't cross-train enough. So the young ladies in Alaska are going to see the restorative side of what we're doing with yoga, TRX, and the exercise, and understand that what we're doing on the journey is understanding that we're increasing duration. We're going out for a 75-mile. We're doing a kilometer, maybe what we call a metric century. We're going to be out there for 8 to 6 hours on our bikes in beautiful countryside, you guys. So that duration is where brings the intensity. So when we come back, in order for us to put multiple days back to back, we have to make sure that we restore the body to what I would consider at least the Tin Man capability, where you get a little bit of flexibility and mobility in you. Now, it's not going to be all work. It's not going to be all work and just play, all right? Or, for me, it's actually both because I'm still on the bike, still playing as I work. We are going to, again, I'm going to do what I always do a little bit of research about Fairbanks, Alaska. The young ladies are going to show me a lot of the freshness that's there. Now, this leads me into the last thing I'm going to talk about Alaska and the travel. The nice thing about my trip to Alaska is this. My practice here of T3 Body is going to be well manned by my wellness coordinator here, you guys. Armando, as we call him Mondo, and Esteban that's here, and Alex the X-Man. They're literally going to continue with the 3 days a week that my practice works, and then he's going to still maintain his 3 days a week with the Strong by Zumba. Now, what's so nice about that is when someone like myself goes out of town and can have the confidence that his mission, his everything that we've worked together, his entire livelihood is being made better by the people he's leaving behind. You guys, I'm going to enjoy myself so much more in Alaska because I can actually be present. We talk about that a lot, don't we? So being the able to trust my team, my community, and they're going to hold me accountable to leave me alone, to go out there and be in Alaska, have fun, focus on those athletes. And I'm going to say, I can do that because I'm trusting you. You're my community. I know you're going to have fun. You're going to keep everybody safe. And that's a godsend, you guys. Now, the beauty of that is that while I'm out in Alaska and they're training, things are going as normal, all right, because we're transitioning into, just someone's traveling. The other thing that is kind of scary is, guess what I'm doing? I'm on a bike for 5 or 6 hours. My zone 1, zone 2 gets really, really strong. So what I always encourage everybody is that make sure that when the coach is away, you're training not just hard, a little bit harder. Because when coach comes back sometimes, I don't mean it, you guys, but I have so much zone 1, zone 2. I've got so much enthusiasm, you guys. It comes out really hard. But I will tell you, last time I traveled to Arizona, I came back, and some of the athletes were like, that hurt, but not as much as before. Yes, and that's because I got great guys that are really kind of keeping the standard real. Now, with the travel part of it, it's about the nutrition. So like I was saying, now that my practice is there, I'm leaving it. What am I going to focus in Alaska? This is part of being a flexitarian, you guys. If you think for 1 second that I am not going to be in Alaska eating bison, salmon, like wild game, this is where you've got to understand why it's the beauty of being a flexitarian. Because I'm going to eat as fresh as it is from the ground or the sea or to my plate. So you guys, I'm experiencing, if I was in Spain, if I was somewhere, I'm not going to allow myself to be this person that's so uptight about what I'm eating because I'm a vegan. All right, I get it. We're all trying to lose weight. We're all trying to have fun. We're still using the same principles. We'll start with our fats. We'll start with whatever. But really, I'm going to eat some fresh salmon. I'm going to have some bison burgers. Now, am I going to eat gluten-free bread? If I'm going to eat bread with gluten, that answer is no. Because I know that is I have an intolerance to that. But I'm going to tell you something right now. There's a good chance in Alaska the guy don't make processed bread. They may make fresh sourdough bread, the original gluten-free bread, just for you to know, because it rises. It takes time for it to rise, and that's really what makes sourdough bread so good. So what's nice is I'm going to go to Alaska. I'm a little scared, but being a little scared is okay, because I've planned for everything, like I said, while on the rides and the safety of my riders, and I'm going to experience their ecosystem of food, of enjoyment, and culture, so that when I come back, you guys, I'm not only going to have a bunch of stories, I'm going to have a bunch of pictures, you know what? But their motivation inspired me this week to be better. I will see you guys when I get back. T3 Body, you guys, is a company and a fitness company that really talks about the complete athlete. When I talk about our motivation inspires you to be better, all right, as a non-for-profit that supports military veterans that suffer from mental health issues, I really enjoy the support you guys are giving me here on YouTube. But again, I am seeking clients on my T3 Body. So if you go ahead and take a look at my website, understand that the intimacy of getting to know you starts with just 30 minutes motivation. So you go on there, you sign up for one of those, you get a one-on-one remote talk with me just like this. Then I encourage you to go and look at one of my training plans, download a 4 to 8 week training plan, and really kind of just test your body, test yourself, and just really start to get yourself ready to then do the next thing, is where you get 4 or 5 of your friends together and dare yourself to be better, where there you have a little bit more of my information along with my training plan. You get some remote sessions with me regardless of where you're at. You notice if you're watching me on YouTube right now, you can hear my voice and I can train you, all right? And that 45-day dare is a great way to just see and challenge yourself to really do the final thing, is become a member. Being a member with me is a commitment, and it's made for just an elite amount of people. So when I talk about membership here, I really talk about a really elite group of individuals who really understand our core values of God, country, family, and really live by and have really adopted where our motivation inspires them to be better. So I wanted to touch on that, you guys, and really use that so that individuals like yourself who are getting better and inspiring others that understand that, you know what, we do need your support to keep everything going.